All right, so up to this point, you guys have we've discussed about conditionals, about if statements, and using some type of question where it evaluates to a true or false, and that could really be anything. We can ask questions. We could have them answer yes or no. We could do for values where we're checking numbers, doubles, ints. Or just, Boolean values, true or false. Now, let's kind of look at how we could try to do that with methods, because up to now, we have been using methods to keep one set of logic, like a little tiny mini program, contained into exactly what we wanted to do, like the Drake equation, or testing if a number is odd. Okay. We can do that by creating whatever method we wanted. So let's go ahead and create a couple methods: public static void. Let's say print hello. Okay, and all we want it to do, system.out.println hello. Okay, and let's do another one. Public static void print goodbye. Okay, these are two separate pieces of code. They could represent anything in our code. So let's say, what would be a good way to do this? Let's say we wanted to build some if statements, some conditionals that would allow it to print hello or to print goodbye, maybe a certain number of times. Okay, so we could ask. So let's go ahead and actually implement the scanner. So scanner keyboard equals new scanner system.in import. Okay, so we have a new scanner. We can go ahead and print out maybe some phrase. Enter 1 for hello or 2 for goodbye. We'll start pretty simple. Okay, now we may not know what they're going to enter, but we know that they're going to enter a number. So I'm going to say int number, how about input answer is equal to, so we're assigning it keyboard dot next int. Okay, so they're giving us some type of input. So if what they type, because we don't know what they typed, if that is equal to 1, then we want to print out that hello. Now I could write it here, but if I wanted to execute that method, and this is where methods get really useful. So if they type 1, else if they type, so if that what they typed was 2, we're going to print the goodbye. What if they didn't want to listen and they printed, they typed 5 or 10 or negative or any other number? You did not follow instructions. Okay, so we see that we called these methods. These methods are called inside of the code block. So that means that this method will only get executed if the input answer is equal to 1. So let's go ahead and see how this program runs. So let's enter 2. Prints goodbye. Let's go ahead and run it again. 1, prints hello. Let's go ahead and run it again. 100. Okay, so it gives us each one of our statements. Now, so you can see if we want to use less code. So we got enter 1 for hello. Let's see. With just the code that we have. So let's say that we wanted them to pick enter a number between 1 and 4 for how many times to say hello. Okay, so they could enter 1, 2, 3, or 4. If we are building this, let's go ahead and add a couple more. So there's R2, R3, and then we have R4. We could choose how many times we want to say hello. Well, this time is 1. If they put 2, that's not just 1 time, it's 2 times. If they set a 3, it's not just, all I'm doing, I'm not changing this code. I'm just calling the method again. I'm able to use that piece of logic multiple times. So the reason why I ultimately had you guys do this is because you can write it once and use it over and over. Okay, it makes it so that you are able to reuse code instead of having to write that. I didn't have to write the print command multiple times. So if I type 4, it just printed it 4 times because I asked if this is a true statement, then I called this command, that print hello, it comes down here to this method that has the exact same name of where it's been called, starts at the start of the code block, reads from left to right, top down, prints this print command, it gets to the end of it. Now it's finished that command, it's continuing to read left to right, there's nothing else, it goes to the next line, there's another call. Okay, so then it's going to repeat that until it's at the end of this code block, and then we're done. Okay, so we just basically made it so that it can do multiple things just by how many times we are typing a value. Okay, so that's really kind of cool. We can use it to customize and to call methods and do different parts of our code. So how could this apply in different projects? Well, let's say that you are creating a character that has a certain type of health and he has a certain amount of lives. Well, you probably are still looking for controls for him to move around as long as his health is greater than 0. You know, he's not dead and he still has lives available. If one of those is, well, you know, where he has no more lives and or his health is 0, you may end up determining that he's dead for real and the player is not able to control the character anymore. Okay, well, we can ask those questions. We could look for those Boolean values, and if they show up on what we want, then we can branch our code, okay? So that's what you guys are getting ready to get into, to learn how to branch your code and have it perform a certain way at a certain time when we want it to, okay? Good luck and have fun.